and
I forgot.
Revenant died.
Yes. No,
You
Revenant
don't know that
left.
Revenant died.
I
Revenant
don't know
is
that.
gone. Revenant dipped.
Okay.
You don't know that.
Okay.
Well,
Revenant did something that I don't know about, but Aisla does. The Ruin doesn't know about. And then we killed the dragon, and then we went and had a nap and a hot tub.
robot creation facility. There was a research assistant unit that was still operational. And Revenant did some things to it before he left to make it more useful to you guys in dealing with the Green Dragon. And Revenant left a note. Do you remember what that note said?
Absolutely not.
No. It was something like he loves us and he misses us and he's sorry to have gone away.
That's it. Yes, exactly.
It was more like, my debts have come due. Sorry.
Yes, that's what it was. But I could feel that he missed us and he was sorry.
Yes. With a map of the catacombs, the mine top catacombs underneath. On the other side, I mean.
Right. So maybe we need to go there. Although you guys, I think, did some things without me, and maybe that fixed it all.
Nope. Nobody did anything without you.
There was a side story.
You didn't
fix it all? There was a side story. That being said...
Killed the God King.
What?
You guys came back to... No.
That's awesome. Good job.
Nope.
We killed Ailta and ate him.
Yes.
No.
And we're all very rich, and everybody likes us.
That part is true. That
we
part
smell
not so
good.
Much. That part might be true. Did you guys take a bath when you got back?
Maybe.
We took a hot springs. We already told you the night in the hot springs with beer.
Oh yeah, that is true.
You guys like parked your flying vehicle at some random hot spring and just jumped in?
No, it was back in the village. We went to Grandma's
the bathhouse.
Why would you think that would be on the way back?
We did it already.
Oh yeah, you did.
But after the dragon, so
I'm talking after fighting the dragon.
I thought that was after the dragon. See, this is what happens when I go away from
This is how time works.
I don't think I know how time works right now.
I don't remember.
I sympathize. It's that jet lag doing it to you.
Something like that.
Have you ever had a dreams that
Stop.
We know where you're going with it, and we don't want you to go with it.
Don't you do it.
Don't you do it.
But yeah.
So that means we have to go check out Mine Top and save Revenant.
Where do you guys want to start back?
Well, so the last thing that happened was Hefton was critically wounded, and hold on.
Well, where are we?
So let's do this. If you guys aren't sure about where to do. You guys came back. Everyone had to recover. And Hefton recovered fairly quickly. And he went off and did some fun race stuff. Then he went to a thing. And you know what? Hefton's just telling y'all about his day. He has gathered you three up. And, Research Assistant Unit 22... Ruin and Zermos. He's like, and then I swung my sword and I hit the guy, right? And I went through him really, really hard, and he died. So I don't think he was allowed to continue in the race.
Did you take him down to Browntown, like I told you?
Yes, I heard you yelling it from the stands.
Good.
I pounded him into town.
Yes.
And let's see now. And then we were winning, right? But then a dragon dude resurrected a goblin that was on the front of our cart, and then we didn't win because the goblin crossed the finish line first.
That's cheating.
That's what I said.
That sounds like the last minute plan of a sadistic god.
Oh, yeah, gotta turn it down a little bit. Zermos like snaps up.
Well,
Who is
one
officiating this?
1 second.
Hmm.
You want to try turning it down and taking the line again, Jen?
1 second.
Want to badmouth me in character?
Yes. Give me
You're
a
so
second.
sweet. Let us do that.
Jesus, what's going on here? Oh, there I go.
The Aeon Hag is going on here.
The Aeon Hag is all about the entertainment. She wouldn't do it to you. Must be Grandmother Bilibin.
Hmm.
That bitch.
Sounds like the last-minute plan of a sadistic god.
I like that. Mikey, how you feel about that take?
A little hot.
A little hot? Let's do a little tweaking.
How's this volume?
Yeah.
Is my vocal box at a sufficient audio output for you? I'm sorry, my masters.
I'm not comfortable with that word.
I was watching this thing called The Last Bed-Eye.
Oh, the new play that's in town.
Yeah, the one directed by Yay Sabums.
I heard some people got so angry they burned the theater down.
How unfortunate for them.
Yeah. Jen, let's try it a little bit lower.
Yeah, like half of that. It is cutting through.
How is this?
Sounds exactly the same.
I have no idea what's going on. I'm lowering the volume, so
Maybe your input volume, your output is remaining.
my output volume.
Can we adjust that in call or?
Here we go.
Oh,
Testing.
give me a few notes.
Keep going.
Hello there.
I like that
You are
better.
my brother Anakin.
It gets real rowdy. Like on your Anakin, it got real rowdy.
You know what? I'm just not gonna use it.
Please. We'll find a different one.
Yeah, we'll do some experimenting. We'll do some experimenting later. We'll find out something for it. That being said, at some point I'm going to need my car back.
No.
You've been borrowing my daily driver. But yeah. And Hefton goes. So then we went to this place, and it was Christopher Rutgerson's mansion, and Christopher Rutgerson was in it, and Monsieur Mortier said we had to get him. But we didn't have to get him. We had to get like an ancestor of his.
How much does the group know about? We knew that it was the ancestor that had that information, right?
You know that there is an ancestor of Christopher Rutgerson who is important to the founding of Blasphemy.
Zermos kind of nudges whoever's closest to him, like, wasn't he important? Hefton, tell me more about this place that you were in.
It was really big. From it? And they had this huge bread dragon. It was a dragon shape made out of bread.
Hefton, it is not good to lie.
No, I'm not lying. I don't lie.
Categorically, that is true.
But, this bread dragon was pretty cool. But somebody later used an animate object spell on it, and that was really cool and dangerous. And I liked that, but it was bad also, and that's not the part of the story we're in yet, so I need to go back to the part of the story we were in. Yeah. But, so...
Did you bring us anything from your party? It is rude to go out and party and not bring back a gift. Where's our doggy bag?
Nope, nobody told me that.
Well, now you know. Did you bring anything with you? We'll sort through your things and take what we like.
Well, we brought the book, but that's not the part of the story we're at yet.
What book?
The Hermes Rutgerson book.
Do you have it? Where is it?
Oh no, Monsieur Mortier took that. He wouldn't let me hold it any longer. He said it was going to enslave us all if we could let it go.
Hefton, walk with me, talk with me. And then he kind of like, Zerma's going to make a nod, like, we need to go see Mortier right now.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay. You want to go up the elevator or the stairs?
Elevator.
Elevator.
Oh, you could get on my back and I could climb up.
Okay, sure.
I could pretend to be King Kong.
I'm for it.
You know what? I'm into this. Actually,
Let's do it.
Route 22, I'm going to ride on you. Let's have a race.
Oh, good idea. Hefton, my money's on you. And so am I.
My money and
Very well then.
Unless you're not up for it.
What check is it for be a race where a piggyback race?
Upstairs.
Let's make it a contested athletics. How's that sound? I did not think y'all would take Hefton up on this. He's like 14 and super irresponsible, and
so are we.
yeah.
Let me
surprised by this. I don't understand.
let me just say this. It's not a great roll.
Oh no, we're gonna lose.
That's okay. Mikey can turn into a bird and fly and carry you.
Oh, we could cheat. We could
exactly.
so cheat.
And then Hefton will be like, "You're cheating."
I'm gonna turn into a rat so that I weigh like nothing. And then
we're gonna call it athletics.
Yeah.
Hefton has a +8 to that.
Oh shit! Can I aid by turning into something small?
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
I mean, even with advantage, we still lost.
We're not gonna make it, huh?
Wait, can I trip him to give him disadvantage while Mikey turns into a rat to give me
You're not gonna
advantage?
trip Hefton. He's 14.
That's multiple things that you're doing at the same time, and Hefton rolled pretty good on that. Athletics.
I'm gonna turn into an octopus and put down some.
He rolled a 15 though.
Yeah, he got a 23 though.
Damn.
So unless y'all can give me something you're doing, that'll help you.
We'll just lose as we walk up.
I'm going to use the grappling hook arm to swing myself forward.
I'll let you roll with advantage.
Oh, look, I got a 19, so I lost just a little bit.
Yeah. And Hefton looks at you and he goes, "You cheated and you still lost."
It's very rude to call people cheaters.
Well, they shouldn't cheat then, should they?
Then it's exactly.
You did not say I was not allowed to do this. I do not understand.
It was implied.
It was implied.
I was going by the standard rules of stair racing.
And you guys get to the top floor, just climbing outside this building, and you guys are outside Monsieur Mortier's window, and he is taking a sip of cognac. And he sees y'all, and it sprays over, and you see he lights a bookshelf on fire because it sprays over a candle. He like puts it out with his coat like super quick. He puts his coat back open and opens the door. He's like, "What the fuck do you think you're doing out there?"
Racing.
That is not safe.
Isn't that obvious?
Get in.
And climbing.
Thank
you.
It's just
Nobody wanted to come in.
Do you know how many of get in here now? Do you know how many of my contestants come from just falls off ladders and stuff?
Well, if we were gonna fall, we wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, if we were going to fall.
Nobody plans on falling.
If we thought we were going to fall, we would stop.
Exactly.
Zermos, it is okay. If you will fall, I shall catch you. I will be waiting.
Right there.
Time.
Right there.
After time.
After time.
I hate myself.
Oh, you are the robot that Revenant fixed up.
That is correct.
It was more of a stress test.
Yeah.
To test our equipment.
Sit down. This saves me the trouble of having to call you anyway. Sorry, I don't have a direct link to you anymore, with Revenant being dead.
I'm sure someone's willing to volunteer for that.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
I don't have a direct link to you anymore, what with Revenant being dead.
Did we see Revenant die, or no?
No.
So that's
you
why,
have just found out Revenant has died.
Wait a minute.
Were you going to tell us of this? When did this happen?
He didn't fucking tell you?
How would he tell us if he's dead? I'm not okay with this.
He knew it was going to happen.
And he said all the time he was gonna die. I'm gonna die someday. Doesn't mean I know when.
That's a good rebuttal.
He did.
Did he? No, he never said specifically he was gonna die now, around Green Dragon time.
That is true.
The spirit of the big death, La Grandmore, reached out to him and called him home.
Yeah, he said his debts were due. He didn't say he was dying. I pay debts all the time. I've not died yet. Not even once. Well, kind of half a time. But...
Friends, I am so sorry. I saw he was writing the note for you, and I assumed that he was telling you the situation, and I thought, I'm so sorry.
It was the worst note ever. So he's dead then.
Especially if it was supposed to tell us he was dying.
I wonder why he would write such a short, useless note.
Like some cruel prick of a god.
Or maybe he just didn't know what to write, so he just prayed to someone and someone answered and they said this would be the best thing to write. Either way.
Seem to know an awful lot about this.
I mean, if your goal was to sound cryptic and cool in the moment and, be really heartfelt and confusing at the same time, I guess it makes sense.
Wait, does it have anything else on the note? Maybe there's more answers if we look at the note.
Ruin, let me see the note.
In the hand-drawn part, in a small fine print, it says, "Revenant died here."
Are you kidding me?
No, it didn't say that before.
Why did you write that on there? And wait a minute, did you know about this the whole time?
I didn't know about this at all. I just figured there might be something else on the note.
Is there a little R.I.P. like a tombstone right there?
I like to imagine there's a little cartoon skull and crossbones, but with a hood on.
Yes.
That works for me.
It's in Revenant's cartoon art style that I did all those images a long time ago.
Jen, you're gonna have to draw that for me later.
I will.
Thank you.
We all get to see it though, right? Not just.
Yes,
not just
I'll post on Twitter.
Okay, thank you. Jonathan sometimes keeps things to himself. Fine, he's the boss.
Do I?
Sorry, there's a wolf running downstairs.
No. Tyson's dog walker backed out on him at the last minute. He's got a little wolf poodle in there.
Doesn't he make one mark per elevator ride from Profits for Profit? Could he not just hire a last-minute dog walker?
He's cheap.
Fair enough. You got to count your marks.
Also, his
we don't
grandmother
anymore.
is very sick, so he's
now.
trying to save up for treatment.
How much?
Do we have an office in Brassbane?
Yes, you do. Your offices are located in the Lytharion Estates.
I don't feel good about that.
Well,
it was an idea that Da Lingua floated to y'all when you...
We accepted it? Well, as long as Bersermus is okay with it.
It's my house.
Say you didn't give a shit.
Yeah, it's my house. I don't care.
Well, that's cool. I want to make it kind of fancy, though. I think if we're so rich, I want, a cool bathtub made out of, bamboo and hemp or something.
That's fine. Just stay out of my room.
You also have an office in the warehouse district, in the RevTech warehouse.
A subsidiary of Profits for Profit.
Yes.
I forgot how to spell all of that. So, Mr. Mortier, we understand that you have a book that you were able to collect that we would like to understand more about, please.
What did Hefton tell you about the fucking book?
You told
I think
me
we're going
enough.
to start with what you're going to tell us about it. We're supposed to be partners in this venture here.
No. I was trying to ascertain what I could understand about it. Can you give me some baseline level of what you already... You understand that in the past, I relied on the fact that Revenant was constantly available to me?
Well, I mean, it sounds like poor planning on your part. But, so, I mean, you just told me you knew he was going to die at a specific time, but, like, whatever. Point being, I'm sorry. I'm probably a little belligerent right now because I have complicated feelings about this.
So you just found out your friend died from...
Yeah, I apologize. It's not you. I'm projecting, and that's not fair.
No, have a seat, please.
If only there was a way for you to contact me over large distances.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I had an understanding of what this was before I got you involved.
Okay, I'm going to pour some cognac while you're talking to me.
Yeah, one for me too.
Get the top shelf.
Thank you. Okay, yeah. Right, I'm just going to like...
You know what, Ruin? Get the one that's in his bottom right-hand drawer of his desk.
Oh, okay, cool. Do you want some too?
Yeah. That was a dick move. You should have told us.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I'm sorry, what did you want me to tell you?
That you knew he was dying.
I didn't even want to tell you that he was undead. That was his business. That was his right as a friend to decide when and where to tell you.
Yeah, but you already knew he was irresponsible and wasn't going to tell us the full thing until... Either way.
No.
Here's some cognac, Thermos. Here's some cognac.
I have to manually check up on him to see what's going on behind his eyes. It's not a constant feed.
To Revenant. The smallest, strongest bastard I ever met.
Well, there's... Yeah, I mean, he's dead, but, not really gone.
Never gone. Never forgotten.
Have you not heard? Man's not dead as long as his name is spoken.
Are you speaking in riddles?
No. It's more like a sweet thing we say about people so that we don't hurt so bad when we miss them.
Hey, Ruin, I'm not going to mourn Revenant. I think he's coming back.
Oh, he's not.
Just wait. We'll drink for now.
I'm going to mourn him by drinking and being sad and angry at Mr. Mortier now.
He crossed the veil.
Okay.
Like, you don't come back from that. At least not the same.
Well, I mean, it's fine if he's not the same. You know what? This is the dumb conversation. Tell us about the book. Yeah, we'll deal with our feelings about Revenant differently.
The thing is,
we'll have a tribute.
I actually don't understand what the book is. And he gestures to a lectern that he has set up. And there is a book that has a ball gag just on the spine.
Like you do.
I would like to analyze the book.
I would like to... No, never mind.
I would like to analyze the book.
Okay. Do you have a suggestion for a role on analyzing that book?
Well, he's a research assistant 22, has the researcher background, right? So, like, I would assume it would be like intelligence or wisdom. I don't know what kind of role that would be.
Can I?
Okay. It says in his background that he knows either what something is or where you could find information on it.
All right, so give me a roll.
Can I aid before you roll with a charm person?
Wait, are you trying to charm the book?
Yeah.
I wasn't talking to the book. I was just gonna like look at the book and like see if I knew anything about it just by.
Oh, okay. I'll wait then.
I understand where the disconnect happened on that now. Okay. Go ahead and continue, please.
All right. I'm rolling real bad stage. 10. Wait. Yeah, 10.
Yowzers. It is a book.
It is book shaped, but it is freaking organic.
What does that mean?
Flame blade.
You mean we can intimidate it?
No. Isla, real quick. I told Research Assistant Unit 22 that. Research Assistant Unit 22 has that information now. No one else has that information yet.
Gotcha.
By organic, you mean like living, right?
It is a whole organism.
Very interesting. This seems to be some level of alive, maybe undead, but it is no longer a book or a person.
Does it bleed?
It's fucking weird.
Zarmos pulls out his dagger.
Not Zarmos. We don't just stab things just because they're there.
Are you kidding me? Right? Look at that thing.
Have we tried opening the book?
What happens if you open it?
I would wait, but that's just my cautious nature.
The thing is, the last time this book was open, there was an entire civil war that happened.
Very interesting.
It's actually what killed Zeus back in the day.
This book?
There was a lot of complicated. I don't know if it was the books that did it, but that book was responsible for it. But that book is also Hermes Rutgerson.
And
so that's how we find out more of Hermes? By opening this book?
What else did you find with the book?
Hefton is the one who found it. Hefton and Johnny Two Pints. And our leathery friend.
That old cur. Oh, you're not talking about Snags. You left Snags with Hefton?
No. Yes.
I'm not getting those dirty words out of his mouth. That's your job now.
Johnny was actually the worst influence, funny enough.
Typical.
I think Niles tried to teach him waltzing Matilda, though.
He was cursing like a sailor as he raced up the stairs.
I was not.
So, is there, as a druid, there's nothing I can really do to, like, use my naturist thing, my nature ways to kind of glean anything from this book, right? Because it's not like an animal, right? Like, if it was something in the forest, I would be able to do it.
What skills Zarmos has regarding?
I have intimidation real good. I have history. I have a +5 in history.
Use history for me.
All right. Figure out what the hell this thing is. Natural 1.
Zarmos, you have a flashback that gives you a panic attack, basically. But you remember being 3 years old and touching your father's spell book. And you remember pain from that, but you don't remember what happened afterwards.
Zarmos pulls out his dagger again.
Zarmos!
It is evil!
Clearly, but...
Then why does it live?
It might be important to figuring out, well, everything. Hermes Rutgerson was one of the few people who knew about the creation of Ailta.
So why don't we open it up and ask him?
It doesn't really talk so much as it yells. It doesn't converse, it just yells.
Do you think that it would help to talk to Osion's granddaughter? He might yell different things.
I don't know if it would make a difference. I'm going to be honest. We're at a point where I'm lost on this, and I'm not used to that.
Thank you for being honest.
You're
Well,
you're very vulnerable.
I wasn't
with us,
planning on it. I was planning on keeping you three, well, you two now, in the dark until I knew what was going on.
Well,
I was
thank you
going
for
to
that
do some
honesty too.
research, outsource some stuff to the college, and then act like I knew everything when I had you come in.
I feel like we're
Oh.
real friends now. Thanks for sharing.
Are you being serious right now? What? Okay.
So,
Yes, I am. You just were honest about your tactics. I don't think you share your tactics with people unless you're friends with them. Or you're gonna kill them. Like if you're monologuing and you're a bad guy. Are we about to die?
hey,
No.
Zermos pulls out his dagger again.
Zarmos, put that thing away.
You'll
She
hurt
said-
someone.
It's not even sharp. He never uses it. He used it for whittling once. Like, he's never used it.
Zarmos, did you bypass the front desk?
You're
Supposed to turn in your weapons every time.
I don't know what that means. I mean, yes,
We
if you
climbed up
use.
the outside of the we did a race. There was no
I mean,
bypassing.
I mean, if you don't.
Wait.
Stop
Are you
there.
telling me you climbed up the side of the building so that you wouldn't have to turn in your weapons?
No, we climbed at the side of the building because Hefton thought it would be fun.
It was fun.
Right?
I
agreed.
I'm just saying, like, I didn't use the front desk, so I didn't have to turn in anything.
Yeah, I mean this was not intentional, but it was
no.
super
If you
helpful.
skip the
Thank
front
you
desk,
for pointing out the flaw in my security. I will do something about this.
like
Thank
if
you.
I go in the garage, like I typically do, and then take the freight elevator up, then I don't have to. I've said too much.
Tucson lets you in without turning in weapons, doesn't he?
I don't. I have the. The dragon
Do you want
battle
some
really
more
hurt
cognac,
my
Mr.
head.
Mortier?
I promise you nobody is going to get in trouble.
My poor dragon damaged head.
Cognac.
Oh.
Everybody has some cognac.
Yes, cognac,
Yeah.
please.
Bruin, you know it's impossible for me to get drunk, right?
But it is possible for you to get distracted.
Yeah, probably. What was
Zer-
I mad
So-
about again?
Zermos,
I don't recall. What's going on with this book?
Zermos is about to
How do
throw up from his one drink. He's such a lightweight.
Yeah. How do we deal with this book in a way that supports you, Mr. Mortier, in your long-term goals of
Well-
ending this terror of the God King?
What we could do is wait for Professor Zero to get back to us.
Where is he?
Very intelligent, has access to many resources and research assistants.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
we could just wait.
Okay. How long do we have to wait? We're not great at that, but we do have other things we have to do, so maybe it'll work out.
I don't know how long you would have to wait.
Can you give
That
it
is
like
not
an
something
hour,
I can predict.
a month, 7 years, 5 minutes? Like, I don't know. Is the spectrum of time from now to the end of eternity?
I don't know.
Can you scope it?
No.
Revenant being a necromancer, would he have knowledge?
Revenant.
Revenant
Revenant's not here.
Revenant would have been able to figure this out already, but Revenant's not here.
Way to go, Revenant.
Yeah.
Now you got
Well,
the two. the
if,
two
if
dumb
only there's a
dogs.
way to like go find Revenant.
So here's my deal. I'm okay with waiting to hear from Mr. Zero, Professor Zero, and going maybe finding Revenant, see if we can help him. But I want some sense of scope. So we need to ask the professor to give us a ballpark of how long he thinks it's going to take
He
him.
won't be able to give you a ballpark either.
Yes, he can.
This is-
He can tell us it's at least a year, in which case we'll like, fuck off, we're going to go find Revenant. For sure.
Okay, do you not understand how researching something you don't know about works?
No.
Okay.
You have some sense of when you'll at least know what you don't know.
No, you don't.
Listen. This is pointless. We're
Agreed.
going to. We need to do something, and
Thank you.
if this is the place to do nothing, then we're in the wrong location.
Agreed.
We're
Thank
a bit.
you.
We're a bit.
You
testy
didn't even
about-
know there was nothing to be doing until just now.
And now we
Question.
found out that nothing's being done about the nothing that we didn't know.
So we
about.
can go do something.
We
that
have
isn't
to do.
nothing.
We are doers. Here in the
That's- thank
prophets.
you.
We're prophets.
Not thinkers, doers.
Go, enjoy yourselves. Look after your companies. Have a good dinner. For God's sakes, you two could have died. Live a little.
I don't understand what he's saying. Is he saying not work?
Well,
Is that
do
what it?
maybe we do need some time off.
I don't understand.
Does this mean the task is complete?
No. That's why we shouldn't stop. Thank you. You understand. The task is not complete. We can't stop working.
Ruin, there is nothing you can do right now to make this go faster.
Upon hearing this, 22's eye glows blue. What is going on? What's happening to me? What is going on? Where am I?
Zermos pulls out his dagger.
You're amongst friends. You are safe. We will call you when we need some research help. Thank you.
Oh, okay. And 22 fucks off.
What is?
Are you happy now, Jonathan? I gave you back your toy.
I didn't tell you to do that.
What the actual fuck is happening? I almost killed that thing.
I think we're gonna go maybe find Revenant. That's what makes sense to me.
We're gonna go back to our room.
No. What makes you think you can find Revenant?
We have a map?
That's not going to help you. I don't understand why he gave it to you.
Wait, how do you know that's not going to help us, but you don't
because
know how long
I know
it's
how
gonna take
death
to understand
works.
the research? This doesn't make any sense.
Well, then where
I
is?
am a god of death. This is my area of expertise.
Then where is he?
Okay.
He is on the other side. He is in the necropolis.
Question,
How did we get
could
there?
Revenant contact them?
No.
No?
No, not right now.
How do we get there?
You don't. That
All right,
area is specifically limited to psychopomps.
What is that?
People and things who escort the souls of the dead.
Like fun.
Grim Reapers, if you will. Psychopomps.
That sounds kind of fun.
I
All right,
mean,
well,
I hear they have a good internship program. I trust Revenant is being well taken care of now.
So Revenant
So-
is becoming a Grim Reaper?
Yes. To put it bluntly, yes. Revenant is
Ruin.
learning the course of his work.
Ruin, I don't think we're done with the little one quite yet.
yeah, but it sounds
Mortier-
like we have to leave him alone. So I don't know what to do.
We can't get to him.
Do we go just hang out in town? I mean, I feel like we have so many things we're trying to accomplish. I don't want to just waste our time, but
Okay. So what are you going to do with your time?
I don't know. Do you have any suggestions? Wait, we should ask Dora, the explorer, our owl friend.
Duolingo.
Do you mean darling? What?
Yeah.
Dora the fucking explorer.
She is busy running your companies.
Yeah, but she was keeping notes on our. You said we could ask her for tips on things we should do next.
Why are you talking to the dungeon master when the dungeon master is talking as Monsieur Mortier?
Well, I thought you were two people at once. Let me
Yeah.
try this, Mr. Mortier.
Monsieur,
We're gonna go find
please.
Monsieur Cognac-y. We're gonna go find Duolinga.
Darling, well,
Yeah,
Dua Lipa.
say it with me now. Da.
Duolinga.
Da.
Dua Lipa.
Duolinga.
Okay.
With-
We're gonna find Duolinga, and
And
she's
Okay.
she has a list of things we're supposed to do, so we can go after
She-
her, right?
She is headquartered in the Glytharion Estates, where the Prophets for Profits headquarters is now located.
Okay, that's what I think we should do, but I can be overruled by
let's
my crew.
we're gonna go visit our accountant. We will just Bluetooth me if anything, I don't know, important happens and you need a way of getting hold of us. Okay.
No, I decides that. Thank you.
Zermos is let the leaves fall where they may. He's out of here. He's irritated with Mortier.
And as you're getting in the elevator, your tooth glows blue.
I'll rip it out of my head. What do you want?
So there are like seven jackdaws like hanging on the building below.
Why do we
Uh,
care about that?
Don't
Ruin,
you know?
Ruin, I'll meet you at the. Wait, that's a druid thing, right?
It is a folklore thing.
I have no.
7 magpies.
Oh, that's right. That was from our thing. There were the 7.
In this case, it is jackdaws.
I don't know what that means then.
So I remember the Underdark one is 7 to remember that death is only the beginning, and in the
circus one,
in the fort, it's 7 for the devil his own self.
You know what? You guys are actually walking past, and you're walking past some children arguing about the meanings of the rhymes, and you hear one kid go, No. It's 1 for joy, 2 for mirth, 3 for a funeral, and 4 for a birth or whatever. And another's going, No. It's 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, and 4 for a boy. And you got people arguing about how to interpret seeing groups of birds and determining that.
Small idiots.
They all look around. Sir?
No, you. I'm talking to you.
There's
clearly 7 of them there. Why do you squabble over 3 or 4?
Because that's the rhyme.
Doesn't it go up to 7?
Yeah, it goes up to 7, but we all got these different versions.
What is your version of 7? He points at one kid.
7 for the devils, their own selves.
And what about you?
For a secret never to be told.
Interesting. You're smarter than you look. Let the leaves fall where they may. And he throws some pine nuts over his shoulder and he walks off.
They catch him, and you see that one of the kids is wearing antlers made out of pine branches.
You fans, Irma.
They're very cute when they're small, but you can't be nice to them.
He's so
Why
cool.
not? Wait a minute. I don't agree with that.
You see them talking. He's so cool. He's never nice to us. That makes him cool.
They don't like you if you're nice. Nice is what they get all the time. You have to be different.
We would hate him so much if he was nice to us, like our parents.
Exactly.
I like it when people are nice to me, but
I am nice to you, Big Red.
No, you are. You're
Throws
so nice to me.
Throws a little shoulder because he notices she's taller than him now, so he just kind of gives her one of those.
You always give me pine nuts when I feel sick, and you heal me when I get myself into a bad situation. You're the best.
Jen, do you want Research Assistant Unit 22 for this?
I'm currently rolling up a new character.
Okay, we'll work towards that then.
I'm gleefully listening along. I'm being a spectator right now, and I'm enjoying.
You're enjoying the amount of shit I'm getting. I get it.
So
yeah, I'm enjoying the roleplay.
Well, yeah.
So
it's not so much shit as it is love. This is our way of loving you, Jonathan.
This is our love language, shitting on you.
So Zermos turns to Rue and he says, "We've lost a friend, and I've been calloused. What say?
Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend.
What say we room service a couple of bottles and we both take baths and soak this day away?"
That's a great idea. I bet they have bath salts here.
We should check into that. So I guess we're gonna go back to our room and then maybe research.
You guys are interrupted going back to your room by a very tall, headless man with a bolo tie and a golden cap over his neck. And he has
Fumbles?
It's Fumbles.
Someone else.
And he has little bags, and he picks each of you up in a great big bear hug, both at the same time. And despite being headless, he is still a head taller than both. And he puts the bags in your hands.
What is this?
Okay.
What is this?
And he's like, "Rrr."
Zermos pulls a little string, a little slider thingy out so he can open
I'm gonna
the
ready an
pouch.
action while he does that. Just to be safe.
I cast resistance on me and Ruin.
It is a bath bomb.
Yay.
It is a bath bomb and some fancy soap and some like really fancy lotion stuff.
Awesome.
And like some foot scrub.
I'll put my hammer away.
And you see in yours, Zermos, there's a thing of antler polish.
I've been meaning to pick this up. Oh, Fumbles, I almost forgot. I brought something back for you. And then he goes over to the desk. And he shuffles through, and he lifted from the library some very old crossword puzzles from like 200 years ago from the library.
And he immediately takes them. And you would swear if he had a head, he would be kissing you right now. But it's a very enthusiastic hug.
We've lost another one, Fumbles. We're glad to have you around.
He headlessly nods.
You look really nice. Are you going somewhere fancy? Oh, sharp. Super sharp.
Keeps up a good appearance, he does.
And he walks down the stairs.
You know what, Fumbles? If before you go, can you please gather the research assistant and Hefton, and just have them come up, please. I don't think Hefton told us a little, but I think he can tell us more.
Get consent though. Don't just pick them up. You know. Like...
Hefton's heavy.
You turn around and like 5 minutes. No, how long does it take you to get done with your baths?
An hour. Come on.
Oh, we're soaking. Yeah. They're gonna have to come see us while we're bathing.
Yeah, it's like full on, like bubbles, and it's a big bath.
I would say that you know how you can have that tasteful little rack that goes across like one of those clawfoot tubs. So like we both like tastefully have little racks with soaps and towels to cover our bubbles to cover our unmentionables. But we will.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right.
We will
so
in front of
you
them.
Hear the door open and you hear screaming of various 20-something-year-olds and Hefton going, "This is weird. What's happening?"
Oh, poor Hefton.
And Bumbles walks in with like 4 teenagers / young adults under one arm, and Hefton and 2 more research assistants under another arm. And he has research assistant unit 22 strapped to his back.
You know what? We were not quite specific enough. Thank you, Fumbles. I apologize, everyone.
He sets them all down and he dusts them off real quick and walks off.
He only means well. That is our mistake. My mistake. I apologize. Row 22, if you please. So climb. I guess they climb down. Hefton, me and the Lady Delubri, we love to chat.
Yes, you do. Not as much as I do.
That's perfect.
That's what we want. We want more chatting from you about your experience with Mr. Reckerson and the book.
So, Christopher got drunk and mean, and we played cards together.
Did you win?
I don't know. Like, I put all the money in the pot.
Right.
But I put in the money for the other people, too. And Monsieur Mortier says that's not how that's supposed to work.
No. Did you have fun?
No, I felt like he was kind of being mean to me the whole way through, but like trying to say it in ways I wouldn't understand, but that other people would get.
That's really awful. I'm sorry. He would do that.
So what happened after you guys played cards?
Well, he asked me if I wanted to see something cool because he said my body was super old, so I should be able to drink no matter what.
Right. Oh, were you drinking, Hefton?
No.
That's good. You're not old enough yet.
Why did he say that if you weren't drinking?
Oh, because he offered me a drink and I told him I wasn't old enough to drink. But then he
Mm.
said my body was like 2,000 years old, so I'm old enough to drink. But I don't think that's how that works.
No,
No,
not
it's
for
not.
you. You're a special case.
But yeah, we went down the stairs, down more stairs, and then they stopped being stairs and started being a cavern, and we went further down, and I
Was
don't
it-
know how far down we went.
So you are at his house, and there's a underground cave
Yeah,
that's under the
a whole
house.
cavern. And he took us all the way back and he showed us a bookshelf that was just sort of in the middle of a chamber.
Yeah.
And like he was showing me the book that said how old I was because it had my like body plan in it, apparently. And there was one book he kept
it looked
avoiding.
just like yours.
Sorry?
It looked just like yours.
Yeah.
Amazing. Are you okay with that?
Yeah. I'm okay with most things.
Okay.
But, you know, there was a point to the story. Can I get to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So there was one book he kept on avoiding. And Johnny was like, hey, what's that? And Christopher Robertson was like, don't worry about it. And so Johnny was like, hey, what's that? And I think he was taking a page out of my book because he kept on asking, hey, what's that? Every time he refused to talk about it. And then the book started yelling.
Well, the book spoke.
Yeah.
The same book that's upstairs.
Yeah.
What did it yell?
Yeah.
I am Hermes Rutgerson.
No, you are Hefton.
No,
No,
that's
the
what it
book.
yelled.
I think he did drink. Oh, I was worried about this.
No, he's
Zarmos, are you teasing?
A bit.
Not nice to tease.
It's fun to tease. You'll enjoy it someday.
Yeah, but not
Probably
during
right.
super important story hour.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Go ahead, Hefton.
Yeah. So the books kept on yelling, and we were like, hey, why is it yelling? And he was like, shush, be quiet, or you'll wake it up further. And we kept on asking and asking and asking. And I don't think we were supposed to do that because it kept on waking up further. And then he was like, don't do that. It'll wake up further. And we kept on asking.
Did it
Mhm.
eventually wake up?
Niles cast a sleep spell on it. And somebody cast a spell on Christopher. And his head hit the ground like super bad. But we didn't wait to check on him because we grabbed the book and we ran with it. We got up the stairs and like there was this maid coming around the corner and Johnny was worried she would catch us. So he hopped out and he kissed her like really hard after talking to her a little bit. And then we snuck by while she was doing that.
Sounds very much like Johnny.
And then we ran down the hallway and we ran down another hallway and we ran down further and there was a butler. And then Johnny jumped out and said some things to him and made out with him while we passed by.
Typical Johnny.
And then we jumped out of another hallway and there was a cat, but Johnny didn't make out with that one.
I wonder why. Must not be feeling himself.
But we went on, and the book, you remember the bread thing I was telling you about? The bread statue? That was the dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, the book cast animate object on it. So we had to fight that. It didn't go well.
Zermos looks over at Ruin with like a kind of what the fuck kind of face, like. So, Hefton, what else was in that library? Because you said there was the book that had the plans for your body. Was it in common? Like what?
Oh, it was in the Sindarin language, is what Christopher Rutgerson called it.
And you could read it?
Well, no, but then Christopher Rutgerson gave me a translation guide.
Hefton.
Does that not trivialize everything we have done?
Hefton, I need you to listen to me very carefully. Where is the translation guide that he gave you?
And he pulls it out of his little stomach cavity and hands it to you.
Zermos dips below the water like, Jesus fuck.
Why are you guys upset?
There you go, Ruin. It's right there. How come you did not give this to Mortier?
He didn't ask for it.
So what happened after the? Can I have that tablet? That translation guide. After you have no idea how important this is to us.
Yeah, you can have it, but will you help me translate the part about my body? Because I'm really curious about that.
Mm-hmm.
Just when you have time. It doesn't have to be right now.
Hefton, with what you've given us, so many people will be saved. Do you know that?
Yeah. So what happened with you guys?
Wasn't he done there with the dragon?
He came in at the tail end to help with the dragon.
And then we just kind of came here, and now he's here. So,
yep,
we've been mostly relaxing and recovering from that. Well, you saw.
Yeah.
Ruin. We can translate the tablets.
We should do that. Although I don't know if we should do it per se. I think we want someone who knows to be safe. You trust Moyer? Do it.
I don't think he would do anything nefarious.
I mean, I think he would, but I think he needs us right now. Could the research assistant do it? Safely?
The research assistant units are like, well, Professor Darling was the expert in languages, and so is Professor Zero.
Well, we were going to go see Dalingua anyway, so we could take her the thing and then maybe see what she thinks about who to give it to.
Or do you think her or Zero would be the best ones to bring it to?
Yeah, let's start with Dalingua.
Where's the tablets?
I think, I don't know.
Doesn't Citiline have them?
No, I thought just that Professor Zero had them because he was doing stuff.
Dungeon Master clarification: who has the tablets?
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't remember who has.
Citiline Lubre has the tablets
at your home base, right? At her home base.
At the Adventurers Guild or whatever it's called, not the Adventuring
House.
The Adventuring House.
I think we have to. Is there any way for us to send word to them that we have a translation guide? If not, we need to leave now.
So, question. Does Zermos remember what he was told about Citiline Lubre by Grandmother Bilibin?
Oh, the deal.
I do.
She has a deal where they can take her over for small amounts of time.
Up to 3 more hours, right?
Yeah, I think she's got 3 hours left on her contract.
2 hours left on the contract.
2 now. But I'm remembering her contract. And she has a little bit of time left on it. If they chose that time to...
It'd be bad.
It could be very bad. It might end up with us having to do this with Professor Zero without her knowledge. I don't know that we can take this to her.
I still think we should go to Dalingua and Zero to start.
I agree.
All right, and with that, let's take a break.
So Aisa, we're on Patreon, and then when people give us money, they're our patrons, like patron of the arts. So if we
that's boring, but okay.
We can't get new Patreons. We'd have to get new patrons.
I want all the Patreons. We're gonna take over other people's Patreons.
Give us entire Patreons.
We have 10 people donating on the Patreon platform total.
No, you were right. Find 10 Patreon accounts and give them to us. Yes. Yes.
That would be another plan, but that's harder, and we want the lowest bar possible so that Jonathan will watch Willow.
How many patrons do we have?
2.
47,000.
247,000.
Cool.
We have 2, and they are the coolest people possible.
Okay, I'll make another stretch goal. If we get at least 5,
I impregnated
I'll
one of
run a
them.
Patreon-only campaign.
Mr. Famine.
She was cute.
That
The
Galifianakis.
Aeon Hag lifts her eye above the rim of her cauldron, viewing swirling galaxies, where miraculous birds on the edge of the cauldron rest. And she waves her hand and shoos them off. She goes, wait a minute, how many was that? Ah, never mind. And she gets back to what she was doing, and she looks down into the cauldron. She flicks some lenses to zoom in on a coach rolling up the way to an estate that had been converted into some offices. And an Owlin steps outside the estates to greet the 2 oncomers. And would 22 be there?
Probably not.
Did not think so. Jen is just along for the ride today. All right. Profits for profit, heads. Good to see you both.
Hail and well met.
Where is Dr. Revenant?
We'll explain that later. We're here on business.
Of course. What can I show you around? What can I help you with? Come, have a seat. I've set my office in your father's study, if that's all right with you. Or we can go to a different room if you prefer.
Zermos looks around to see if there's like any pictures of him around. He's like, of course not. Of course not.
There's a box that just has pictures that are put away on it, and you can just see the edges of some tiefling ear on one of the paintings that's wrapped in cardboard. Were you doing anything with that, or?
I couldn't really hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. We'll do take 2 on that. You said that you were making sure that there weren't any pictures of Zermos like lying around.
He just kind of like did like a cursory glance to kind of like look around to see. He's like, does this asshole like have a picture of me somewhere? But he probably doesn't. And he just kind of figures.
Oh, there's actually a whole ass portrait of you, but it's done to make you look more in his image. It's got you in clothing you would never have worn, and it's got your hair done in more aristocratic ways, and the crack on your old horns is tastefully cropped out.
Who's with me? Everybody?
It's Ruin, Dalingua, and Zermos. And Fumbles is doing his new crosswords. He's got like a piece of glass over it and is just using a grease pencil over it because he doesn't want to mess with it.
He doesn't want to. Yeah, he doesn't want to actually write on it.
Yeah.
So Zermos is gonna pull out a magical item that he has had since episode 1, season 1. He has a paintbrush.
Yes, you never used it.
He has a paintbrush made from the bristles from the bristlecone grandfather. And what he's gonna do is he's going to write it. Helps him write in Druid speak, so a lot of people can't read it or they wouldn't even notice what it was. But he's gonna use it to write, "Let the leaves fall where they may," across that portrait of him looking like his father.
Are you all right, Mr. Zermos?
What?
Says Darling.
Yes, fine.
Do you want us to take it down?
Oh, it's such a great portrait, don't you think? I just had to get a bit of dust off of it. But it looks great now, don't you think?
So you know that Dalingua is an expert in languages, yeah?
Oh yeah, she speaks like all of them. So he just kind of like looks at her and kind of
She winks at you,
He
which
winks
is very
back.
obvious because she's an Allen and her eyes are huge.
He winks back and grabs his left nip. No, I'm just kidding. He just winks back.
Definitely channeling the energy from the other show. She gestures you in. The furniture is much more comfortable than what your father used to have in there. It's tufted. It has more cushioning, and it's actually meant to be comfortable in. Your father liked for people to be as uncomfortable as possible without going overboard while he spoke to them. But
It made the
this has clearly changed.
It made the meetings much quicker, he said.
Excuse me, says Dalingua.
You've made the furniture for the guests soft.
Oh,
and
it almost
comfortable.
seemed like a sociopath had furnished this room.
Did you also notice that the legs on all the chairs were shorter?
Oh yes, so was that to make people smaller than him?
And one of the legs was always a little bit wobbly. Yeah.
That just seemed dickish at that point, you know?
And now you're starting to understand the man who had the office before you.
Need to do an exorcism on this place.
Consecration wouldn't
Oh,
hurt.
seriously, we actually do need to do an exorcism on this place. It costs about 10,000 marks, but it really needs to be done. Could you approve that?
Tell me what to sign.
And she gets out a clipboard. A Profits for Profits branded clipboard, by the way.
Hell yeah, the Profits for Profits branded clipboard. We finally made it, guys.
All right, this is Mikey
This is
Famine
what
talk.
The entire adventure has been leading up to.
Mikey Famine speaking for himself right now. Just you wait. We're gonna have Profits for Profit clipboards be the most popular clipboard on the planet. Just you wait. You look out Kinko's. You look out at Staples.
There's like
We're
a
coming
compass
for
on
you.
them, and then like a straight edge, and then like a square, and then there's like a bunch of multi-attachments.
Yeah, we should have like a Picatinny rail system where people can like add attachments. So, do you want to look at stars with your clipboard? You can do that. Do you want to dig underground? You can do that. A level, all those things on the Profits for Profits clipboard.
You want to use your clipboard for home defense? It's there.
It's even a flotation device if you fall off the boat.
What can't it do?
Be a stable service to write on.
Dalingua goes, there was some very, very dark magic performed in here. Doing my research, I have concluded that your father was the servant of a hag, actually, a devilish hag. You don't seem surprised at that.
Can everybody who everybody's around and can hear, right?
It's you, Ruin, and Dalingua.
Rao's not with us?
Nope.
All right.
Rao has reverted back to his original programming and has left the party.
Well, Ruin, I don't know if you know this, but there's a reason that my father chose to make the deal that he did. And thus why I'm a tiefling. He asked, or shall I say bartered, for my mother's continuance. And he prayed that the devils would save her, but he wasn't specific in his speech. And she was alive, but she was not my mother. And that was his mistake.
And in his head, Zermos hears the scream, "Leave him alone, he's a baby."
It clearly snapped something in him. Because he was bad in the beginning, but still the father. And after that, there was no coming back from that land. There was no light to be cast on that shadow. And I knew it was time to make my escape.
Side note, there was a nursery. We were clearing it out, doing some renovations. There was an entire square of salt that was just hidden behind the baseboards. Somebody was clearly out to protect that child.
Probably Vandrel. I'm sorry, Ruin, you had something stuck in your throat.
Yeah, I think probably was Vandrel, but we could always hope that that part of your dad was awake for a little longer. I'm sorry about your mom.
He wanted her back and he got her body.
Yeah. That'll wreck you.
It's
People are often careless with how they word things when dealing with the devils.
They count on that. They look for every loophole. They don't. It's not even if you're careless. You could be totally specific, and they would find an alternate way to interpret it just to piss you off, even if it wasn't what they wanted to do. They're not good.
As long as you say as long as you say the words, the deal is struck. No matter how you say them, under what pretense. If you say them, the deal is struck.
Doesn't even matter if you're being very sarcastic when you say it.
That is correct. But I'm glad, Darlingwa, that you are in this place now. It gives it a certain life that these halls needed. This is not a place of wealth and opulence and pride. This is a place of fear, of sacrifice, of remorse. That is what is painted through these halls. And now you all may be a little bit closer to the understanding of why I had to leave. There was nothing for me here. So I took to the forest and the basin. And then I met all of you. And here I am right back where I started.
Well, the best thing about coming home is that once you've left it, you never see it with the same eyes.
And it does look different. But I've prattled on.
Understandable. Take whatever time you need. But good news is, business-wise, Profits for Profit is doing very well. The continued income from Monsieur Mortier's gambling arrangement is still working out fairly well for us. We have a few deals going on with Mr. Shadetree. Hefton actually chose to license his image to you all. So you can rest assured that you do have what you need as far as funds go for most purposes. We do have a problem with the Assassins Guild being contracted to assassinate most anybody who comes to work for us, but we're currently getting around that by taking advantage of an old Assassins Guild loophole in which someone who has a provisional contract out on them cannot have another contract out on them. So we just pay a few marks on each of our employees to have an assassination deal in the event that they die.
Seems complicated, but workable.
Yes. The Assassin's Guild is not as much of a threat as they used to be, fortunately.
Who hired the Assassin's Guild to kill our employees?
Killage Slabmaker. He tried to. We anticipated this and already dealt with it.
But then why do we need to pay the marks? It's
So that he can't pay them money to kill them, to have them killed.
gotcha. Killage slamming. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, the dirty bastard who ruined my teeth.
Well, I think the dentist did a fair job making sure you were all right afterwards.
They've never been quite the same.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But this is not a day of looking into the past and regretting what may or may not happen in the future. We have news.
Yes.
Ruin, show it to her. The translation thing.
So, but let me explain, Balingua. We need to know what to do with this. We don't know if you can use it or Professor Zero if we should take it somewhere else, but it's a guide to. Is this room secure?
And she nods.
Would help with the interpretation of the tablets we gave you. It's a guide to that language.
Oh, holy shit. Doesn't that kind of undermine your entire adventure to the surface in the first place?
Yes.
We weren't going to dwell on that, but thank you for reminding us.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Sorry.
We're moving on. I learned that skill from someone. You just got to go forward.
Yeah.
You have to keep running up that hill, as they say.
Yeah, Sisyphus had something going. It's
Yes.
connecting a commitment.
Running up
And,
that hill.
Rollget has sent word that Project Delta is finished, so Revenant should be pleased to hear that.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
Project Delta.
What is Project
What?
Delta?
Yeah.
It's the project that Revenant was running at RevTech. He was trying to create something to help you all.
Well, could you help give us more details on that so we
You
can
know,
report back to him?
I never saw the schematics or anything. I was just told it was important and to provide financial backing to Rollget and Professor Zero to get it done.
Why don't we go check it out?
Where?
That's just in the warehouse district there.
Let's go do that. Let's go check that out.
Darling, yeah, you're so loud, Ruin. What's going on?
Yes, Mr. Zamos.
Darling, with this and any of the tablets that we've been collecting, can you decipher what they say and how to change them?
I think I'll be able to. I'll just have to ask. Miss Lubry for access to the tablets.
Okay, so the tablets are still at the adventuring house.
That's where you left them, isn't it? With Citiline.
I have many adventures and many travels, and it's hard for me to pinpoint where everything is left. So much loot, much treasure.
When we had the huge meeting with everyone, the interdepartmental meeting, she was the one who had them.
Ruin, we might need to get those away from her. I think
I can probably get them.
Why? I don't understand.
My father, the one that we spoke of previously, he made that deal with the devil for the health of my mother, which ended up not being exactly what he asked for. The resentment, me. You're caught up with the story so far.
Yes.
But that same minion of hell offered me a deal.
You didn't take her up on it, did you?
Absolutely not.
Oh, good.
But I am afraid that I am not the only one that she spoke with.
Oh, shit.
And I don't know if we can give these translation guides to the one person with 2 full hours of free time for the devils to have with the translations.
When did she make the deal? Do you know?
I don't recall. I don't even know if she told us.
If she made this deal when she made the tablets themselves may have been compromised in their creation process. That may be the reason for all of this.
But why would she need to make a deal with them to make the tablets? Surely she has enough know-withal and internal mana to produce something as small as a tablet for a golem.
It's a very special golem, Zormos. It's an aether golem. Golem that can possess structures. That's much more serious magic than just what has previously existed.
What say you, Ruin? How shall we proceed?
I think we should get the tablets and find out what's going on with Citaline.
I don't know that we can do it on our own. She is your blood. She is your kinsman.
Wait, what?
But she cannot have this information unless we know that she
Spiritually, we're kind of related. It's complicated. I don't need to explain it though.
We can't have a compromise at our greatest moment. If the enemy can sneak in and rob us of victory, we have to have fail safes in place in case they try to possess her. Perhaps me and you alone, away from everyone else's prying ears. Perhaps we can find ways to entice that time.
I was thinking I could just try visiting and see how that goes. And then, if we have to give her, because she's not real present. So.
But she is powerful.
Mm-hmm. No, it's true. We should have a backup plan for sure.
If she is possessed for a moment, she could ruin half of Blasphemy.
I'm not sure I understand what you're suggesting.
No. Zormos is right. Citaline Lubri is one of the most powerful magic users to ever exist. She could level entire city blocks.
Your ancestor, decrepit as she might seem, still has innate magical powers. If the enemy took her over with the translations of the tablets, we have no chance. My spear, my boar, my friends, against a god creator? What chance do we have?
Are you suggesting, what do we do? Like, do we
maybe we don't
protect her brain?
Maybe we don't give him to her just yet.
Maybe.
But we can maybe trick the enemy to use the time that they are owed early.
Maybe we need to let everyone else know deals with her. That's Monsieur Mortier. That's Rengal, Rolget. Maybe not Hefton.
I love him and his cogs, but he is not a secret keeper.
Oh, no. I once asked him to keep a secret jokingly, and he said he was really good about keeping secrets because, he kept that secret that Monsieur Mortier asked him to keep, so nobody knows about the thing with the place.
He is very detailed in his accounts about all of the secrets that he holds.
Yeah.
If someone merely asked him, what are your secrets, he would list them in alphabetical order, which is kind of the opposite of how secrets work, but categorically he doesn't syntax that.
Yeah. The idea of tricking her into using the time, using subterfuge to do that. That would probably help a lot.
I think, Ruin, I think your family may save the day at the end of all things.
I mean,
we have to
it's
find
like-
we have to find a way for our enemies to try to intercede and use that hour of takeover.
2
we
hours.
have to 2 hours. So we have to find a way to trick her and trick the hag into taking over for 2 hours, and we trap her in a place where the deed is fulfilled, the debt is fulfilled, and
Hold on a second, though. How did you find out that she had given up those hours?
I think she told us, no?
The hag told you.
The hag,
No,
yeah, the hag told me.
Was it the hag or was it a demon who told us as a
It
side
was
note?
the demon hag.
She
yeah,
was
but
she was like
Devil
pretending
hag.
she was like pretending in the what's it called?
That's right.
And the thing, like she was the grandmother, and then she's like, I got 2 hours left, and she's being like a little Karen.
She
So-
has 1 hour left, technically. She had 3 hours and did 2 hours of stuff, I think.
I think it's the opposite. I think she had 3 hours, used 1 hour, and has 2 hours left.
I think she has 2 left.
I will rewatch the episode, but I will take your word for it.
Yes.
Ruin, can you think of a way that we can fool her into? Because I assume that she knows that she's made this deal.
What does the hag want?
She wants control over her body, mind and soul for 2 additional hours.
No, I mean in general. Like if we were talking to Citaline about how we discovered that the Aeon hag has weaknesses, would that bring the other hag into an interest in our conversation? Or she might want to take over.
Perhaps if that queen was looking to overthrow that hag.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know what she wants. Like what would cause her to want to use
Okay,
her
Real
thing?
quick. Do me a favor, Zamos. Do you know the name of the hag? Don't say it, but do you know the name of the hag?
Yes.
Write it for me on a piece of paper. I will research her. I will find everything there is to know in Blasphemy about her. Should take about a week.
Is there any risk to you in these searches?
Very small.
Why are you laughing about it taking a week?
Because we all made a big deal of Zero not knowing
We're not talking to Zero.
how long it's gonna take
Okay.
to figure out the book.
We're not talking about the
Thank
book yet.
you.
The Hermes book.
We're not on that.
Because I knew it wasn't that hard.
That's the joke.
Miss Lubri, you seem frustrated. Is something the matter?
Not with you. I am so happy with you. I could literally do a jig on someone's head. However, I did have a moment of frustration. It was not at you, though. I'm very happy.
You know that not all research things take the same amount of time, and you just don't always know. I just know where all the books on hags are and how long it takes to go through them.
As much as you shine an apple, it's still an apple that you're given to the teacher. Darling.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I guess then while you're doing that, we should just maybe do something else.
Why don't you seem surprised by Project Delta? I think it's very important you check that out then, because
Let's do that. Let's go check out Project Delta.
Please.
the warehouse, the RevTech warehouse is where you want.
Darlingua, we've given you information that might be dangerous to your livelihood and your soul going forward.
It's quite all right. I made sure to take out a robust insurance policy on myself when I decided to work for you.
That is good. We do
I don't know
not.
if we should feel insulted by that or relieved.
It was a smart move. It was wise. We do not mean to bring you additional harm, but I need you to keep this information especially secret until we know what the results of until we know what to do with this information. It is best that the people in this room are the only ones that know about it.
We do nothing.
We go, Lady Ruin, and Zermos kind of puts his elbow out to be gentlemanly, to escort the Lady Ruin out of this place. And he kicks over a vase on his way out the door.
That was mine. I brought that from home.
Aisla, you're muted.
It's in the place where the one that I hated was. That's not my fault.
Oh, do you
I'll
want to
catch
break
it with
that
my
one?
reflexes.
Hold on. And she
I have
opens
great
up the
reflexes.
closet and tosses the ugliest fucking vase you've ever seen.
Zermos pulls out his dagger for the 5th time tonight, throws it, and it breaks the... I want to make a ranged attack against this
I'm just going to give it to you. Describe what happens to
1 million... That is actually a natural 20. So funny. He kind of just like... It gets into like the plane of like his shoulders before he realizes it's on him. The dagger goes straight up into the ceiling of the foyer, breaks the vase. He can hop up, grab his dagger, puts it back in his pocket. Let the leaves fall where they may. And he's out. Zermos out. Excellent exit, I should say, for a natural 20.
Dalingua takes the knife and tosses it out the window where Fumbles grabs it, who hands it off to you as you come out through the door. And he escorts you into the carriage. And y'all take a short ride down to the warehouse district.
Oh, we're flying. Hold on, I'm giving flying music on. Thank you, Sirenscape, for the fantastic background music that you're hearing today.
Zermos asks if they can fly there, and Fumbles is like, "Mah," and Zermos is like, "Please," and Fumbles is like,
You know, I have a few more crosswords, and he looks around.
Takes off.
He looks around before he takes off. He looks around. I have a few Sudokus, but I was saving it for your birthday.
And
So cute.
you see, he shows you a magazine and it's called Hustler, but with crosswords.
I'm not saying you're changing teams. I'm just saying it might provide an additional challenge that you're currently not suited for. Give it a chance.
He takes it from you, but he's clearly wary about it.
They're harder than you think.
Yeah, Playboy, but with Sudoku kind of wears him out.
We'll talk later.
All right,
that's how I get the NPCs on my side. Hey man, I got some really old Sudoku puzzles.
You
want to check it out?
Like almost helicopter pad on the roof of a building, and he eases the carriage down into it and opens the door for the both of you.
Zermo steps out, puts his hand out, waits for the lady. Ooh, you're muted.
I know, because I don't know what my weird sound is that you keep hearing. I shall gracefully descend.
Revenant from beyond the grave casts silence on Aisla in the real world.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, and No, not Rengal. Rolget is waiting for you all. You can't tell the difference, but somehow you know it's Rolget. Rolget likes to wear a wristwatch. Rengal uses a pocket watch.
Rolget.
Thermos, my good friend. Yes. Mwah, mwah. Mwah.
You are kissing way too long. It's supposed to be a quick peck on either side of the face. You're not actually supposed to put your lips on me.
You sure about that?
Yeah,
I've been doing this wrong for a very long time.
Your tongue touched my cheekbone. Yes,
It did
that
not.
is wrong.
It did not.
That is wrong. You're doing it wrong.
You have no proof of these allegations.
You can clearly see the moisture on my cheek.
That
where
was
your
there. That was there when I went to kiss it, and it was weird for me too.
He just kind of, just kind of like rubs it off his face. Hello, hail and well met.
Who even says that?
Me.
Come on down. Come on. You two knuckleheads. Aren't you excited to see about it? Did Revenant tell you about it?
As soon as he turns his back, fucking Thermo smacks his ass.
Oh.
Don't
You
be,
really are channeling the other.
don't be dramatic.
But did Revenant tell you about it? Come on.
Sort of. Tell us. Why don't you fill us in?
Tell us about
I
what?
got Rolget and Professor Zero here. We're going to unveil it here in just a little bit. We got the tank full. We're going to drain it here in just a little bit, and it'll be fully active and operational. It's going to be amazing.
What is going to be amazing?
Project Delta.
If you, hey,
Do we have
hey,
some more details though?
He didn't tell you shit, did he?
Zermos grabs him by the collars, pulls him in close, avoids the licks, and says, if you use Project Delta as a describing word one more time, I'm going to sweep kick and uppercut you like Mortal Kombat with a C.
You know I can turn you inside out with a word, right?
Look at my face. Look at your collar. Stop playing with me.
No one's
What?
playing with you. We just didn't know you didn't know.
Tell us.
For the 1 millionth time, we don't know.
No, this is the first time you were saying you don't know.
We've
I don't want to
never.
talk about that. Tell us what it is.
What? Stop telling. Tell.
It's an interdepartmental project put together using all the knowledge that we have gained over the years from Golem research, from the robotics research, from research into Hefton's body. We are creating a new autonomous being.
No.
Who?
What?
Who?
Yeah.
That is
Who?
a bad idea.
Who is in charge
Why?
here? Who is in charge here?
Revenant said you were cool with it.
Revenant misunderstood.
My God.
This is a bad idea.
Why?
It's bad. We don't want you to do it. You need to stop it right now.
Wait.
No tense.
How far have you gone?
No. Stop it.
It's done.
No.
Oh my fuck.
No.
I told you, Ruin. I told you he would do this.
You were
I
right.
knew- I knew
I don't
he
know
would-
why I believe the best in people. It's just you were right.
Roll
Are
get
you trying to-
roll
Not
get.
to metagame or anything, but you guys do know. You guys did know he was he was planning on making another golem.
No.
We're
no.
role playing.
He knew-
Stop it. Shh.
We.
He did say.
Roll
They
get.
didn't understand the situation. Just continue.
Roll get.
Yes.
No.
If no ruin. Roll get. Ruin.
Zarmos.
Ruin.
Ruin.
I'm
Roll
just gonna
get.
count to 10 in my head, and I'm counting to 10 in my head.
Why are you too mad at me? I thought you were cool with it.
You. Is he downstairs? I have to work on my breathing.
I thought it was you.
Stop.
5. I'm at 5.
Stop saying things to me. Rolgat, it is
Okay.
is he downstairs?
Who?
Ruin, you better save his life right now. I'm about sick of this shit.
I can't. No. All right, just take us to the group or someone who can actually talk. We need to move away from this area.
I'm going to hit someone eventually. Someone's getting hit.
Take us to Professor Zero, please.
I'm not going to say a word. I'm just going to let you draw me. I'm going to close my eyes and let someone draw me along by my hand. I swear.
I'll drive along.
I swear to God. I swear
is
I will
now
hit him.
giving Zermos a shoulder massage.
I'm gonna hit somebody.
A stress crack on one of his prongs, just like.
It's my shoulders. I don't have horns out of my shoulders.
No, I'm saying like you're so stressed and angry that like your horn cracks.
I cannot believe.
Well, how about this? How about I got something better for you. Sorry, Ruin. Then I'll pass it back.
No, you're fine.
And he's getting angry, and his antlers are starting to curve towards his scalp, and they're starting to become more horn-like.
Oh no!
Through his, he is beyond done with the bullshit, and they won't stop, and he's getting upset.
They are walking down with you.
I swear to God, if I came over here merely to pick him up, come, take me to where you are trying to show me, and do it quickly, and...
Just come along. It's okay. Breathe. And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And we are going down the stairs. And Rolgat is just trying to keep you calm. Because despite being a ridiculously powerful sorcerer, even he is disturbed by this horn curling. He is walking you down. He's like, just keep massaging those shoulders there for good old fumbles.
I don't understand why. And he's just muttering to himself under his breath.
I don't know what's going on anymore either, okay? Like, I know what's going on here. I don't know what... I'm confused now. I'm sorry.
Why wouldn't he just say that he's... Why wouldn't he... And he's just muttering under his breath.
I mean, he did mention he was interested, and I'm pretty sure I said no fucking way, but maybe that was confusing to him.
He said you were cool with it. I'm sorry.
Stop saying that before I decide you are the problem. Right now, I'm blaming Revenant.
All right. Okay.
I have a big hammer and a lot of rage. Let me blame Revenant right now.
Yeah.
Would you like to be the target of both of our rages?
I mean, I could kill you both, but let's not get into that right now. Please.
Roll for initiative. No.
That's right.
To be a friend and make you feel heard right now, and you are making it very hard.
That's always my favorite part of allyship, is when people remind you when they're helping you.
Yeah. Do you know why they have to remind you? Because they're not showing you.
What do you need from me in this moment?
Take us to Professor Zero and the tank now.
I am taking you there right now.
But then walk with purpose and stop talking.
Walk faster.
Okay, fine. Come on. And he just grabs both your hands and just drags you. And then he just says, fuck it, and just freaking waves his hand and magics you in some freaking golden chairs and just whooshes. Like, you know that Dracula movement from Hotel Transylvania? He's doing that with you two floating in golden armchairs.
This is so much better. Thank you. Finally hearing what we were saying.
I'm slightly less angry.
All right, and he stops, and you two are flung out of the chairs where you were caught with golden mitts, and you just fall down to the floor on your feet.
I somersault during this.
Aloud.
I land on my face.
Oh, sorry about that. No, I was trying to go
I
fast.
just paid for these teeth.
They're still there. They're still there.
But they're in the wrong spots now.
And he just waves his hand over your face. There you go. There you go. They're all good now.
It feels weird when they're moving.
Yeah, I bet it felt weird when they moved the first time. But yeah. Professor Zero, Rolget. These are a few of our research assistants. Karen, Trace, Johnny. You all say hi. Hi.
Johnny.
The interns.
This is Johnny Two Vials.
Different. This is Johnny Two Vials. Yes.
Mm.
But yes.
Hello, everyone. Please empty the damn tank so I can kill him myself.
And Professor Zero turns around and goes, "Who do you think is in this tank?"
I'm not sure why everyone thinks this forest person thing is a pejorative for people who are unintelligent. If there's one thing I have learned about my dear friend Revenant, he is incredibly hard to get rid of. I knew he had ploys in the past. I knew he was planning something. And at the most inopportune time, he chooses to enact his plan. Bring him down so I might beat him like he deserves.
Mr. Zamos, this is not Revenant. This is Delta. And
What?
He throws a switch, and a green fluid drains from a central tank in the room. And a skeletal white-like figure with multiple hoses and everything else hooked up to it raises its head, and I'll let Jen take over from.
So it raises its head, and like you don't think it should be able to do this, but it actually exhales, and the purple mist from Aielta possessing statues, like the same purple mist, exhales from Delta's mouth, and it starts breathing.
Ruin, be on your guard. The enemy has found us.
I am so readying my hammer. And my rage.
This is not a tool of Aielta. This
How-
is a tool against Aielta.
How do you know?
Because I made it, Zermos.
Zermos drops his spear dramatically.
With the help of Dr. Revenant, the help of Rukal and Ruket, and even with the information your group provided, we have been working to create this thing.
What thing? What is this?
Delta. Death equals life plus afterlife. It is a being that is powered by the brink of death.
I mean, that sounds great on like a sticker on the back of a carriage. But
Delta,
what is...
upon hearing this, like, moves closer to the tank and, like, puts a hand up and is just looking outside the tank.
Zermos pulls his dagger.
Professor Zero raises a hand up against Zarmos' dagger. Stay your weapons. He will not hurt you. She?
Revenant's daughter.
She will not hurt you. I have been corrected.
By
Hello.
Revenant's ghost.
Hello, Delta.
Hello there, name's Delta. Why am I in this tank?
You have just been born, Delta.
Oh wow. This
You
is
may
no
leave
sensation.
if you wish. The tank does not need to be ever again.
And she gets out of the tank.
Zermos reaches over a hand to Ruin and just wants to just touch hands for a moment, and he casts bark skin to boost her AC.
Zermos, why are you so apprehensive? Oh dear fucking gods, Revenant didn't tell you shit.
We do not know who our enemy is. What are you showing us? What is happening? Who is
Hello,
that?
I'm the daughter of Revenant the Third. And Delta puts out a hand to shake your hand.
He puts out his long-fingered hand. His nails are a bit long, and they look kind of like tree stumps.
She grabs your hand and pulls it in close to her chest and goes, "Very nice to meet you. I'm so happy that I can actually move around now. It was so dark in there."
Zermos is going to, I'm just going to roll it. Jonathan, I'm trusting you with this. I'm going to roll a d20, and all I'm going to say is Zermos is going to smell deeply. You tell me what that means.
Okay, go for it.
I got a 9.
You smell...
Add wisdom, you're smelling. It's a perception.
Yeah. Actually, yes.
13. Oh, wait, 9? 16.
You... Holy shit, is that your saving throw?
For wisdom... Oh, yeah, it's wisdom saving throws. Okay.
You know what? We'll let you add your bonus from the saving. We'll call
it's a 2-point difference.
Yeah, we'll call it that. You smell almost a hint of pine. You smell something that smells like a bit like peanuts and beer, like you're at the circus. You smell canvas with harsh dye, and you smell bone.
Little one, lend me your space. And he wants to kind of take this is a child, obviously, so he has his hand is so much larger than her face. He kind of wants to, not quite a mind meld, but he kind of wants to like use his connection to nature and kind of use that as a grounding to ground this thing to nature. And he wants to see if nature kind of recoils from this thing being connected to it. Like, is this a dangerous thing? Is this a predatory thing?
Zarmos, your nails start to grow. You see pine bark growing on them, and they grow out, and they hover over the surface of Delta. Jin, what would Zermos detect?
This being itself either has no soul or thousands of souls. Or, well, at least hundreds. And you sense that there's some sort of magic that's binding multiple entities together to create a new entity.
Zermos breathes in every little particulate of air with all of his different animal senses to try to smell something wrong or dangerous about this person. He can't.
You would
Roll
know.
me insight.
Oh, that's off the table. Oh, it's a 7. Insight. That's at an 11. Not great.
11's not bad. It's what the average person could figure out with your knowledge. Jen, what should I give Zarmos with an 11?
on whether or not specifically she's a dangerous thing.
Does this smell like something that a druid would think is risky or dangerous, like fight or flight? Would this trigger fight or flight in a druid?
Oh,
if they smelled
you're
this?
not afraid of this thing at all. The whole situation feels sketchy to you, but this specific entity, she's fine. Like, she means you no harm.
You would like probably get a similar vibe from Hefton as you would this Delta, where very childlike and clearly mechanical in nature, but also super powerful beyond their years. But not particularly. You don't get a threat response. This person, this thing, this golem is more like I don't know how to explain it.
I'm gonna roll for some magical bullshit here. I want to take this new person through this contact that we've made. I want to take them into the cross circle.
Ooh. Is Delta willing to let this happen?
She doesn't have any basis of information to see why this would be a problem, so she's gonna allow it.
Zarmos, you two are in the cross circle. Ruin, you just see them pause and stop moving entirely. There's some breathing, but they are motionless beyond that. Zarmos, you are in the cross circle with Delta.
In the cross circle, Zermos appears as a stag. So there's this void, and then you in a bit, maybe 10-15 feet away from Delta, there's this thicket, and there's this stag in this thicket, and it kind of pokes its head out from behind a tree, and it waits for Delta to move.
Do you want to say what Delta looks like in the cross circle, or do you want me to?
I kind of have a cool idea.
Okay, go for it.
She's just an orb, because her body isn't physical at all, and her spirit doesn't have a physical form. She's just a floating orb. Sometimes a face appears on it and then disappears. Sometimes it takes a different form, but it's just kind of a massless.
Like a group of fireflies.
Yeah.
I like the fireflies. Yeah. Orb of fireflies.
That'll be kind of like how she appears in the cross circle. Is just fireflies, and the stag kind of pokes its head from behind one of the trees.
Where am I?
You are with me. Are you
okay.
Are you afraid here?
Gonna roll something real quick. Don't worry about it.
I don't think I'm afraid. It's very dark in here.
Zarmos, give me perception.
23.
You smell sulfur. Someone's watching.
Does Delta detect?
Give me perception.
Wisdom's not that great. Where's her? Oh, it's on D&D Beyond. I'm done. Oh, it's a 19 minus 1.
18?
18. Heck yeah.
You smell something that smells like bad eggs, but you also don't know why you know what bad eggs smell like. This is weird. Having a body is new to you and confusing.
Oh, something smells yucky. I don't like this.
You can smell it as well.
Yeah.
That was
when you comment on it, it disappears.
That was an important thing you just told me. Do you have any knowledge of me? Says the stag.
Does let me think. What I think Revenant would have told Delta all about Zermos and Ruin.
Yeah, during his late night, sessions that we talked about.
Yeah. But even if, which I thought he did, but even if he didn't tell Ruin and Zermos, he would have told Delta about Zermos and Ruin. So, you're Revenant's friend. You're Zermos, Big Red.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes. He's a stag. He can't shake your hand. This is an awkward moment.
She's still holding her hand out.
I like to imagine the entire orb of fireflies becomes a hand.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. No hands over here. But
outside the cross circle, watching the two of them formlessly, Professor Zero looks to Ruin and goes, "What is? I am speechless."
Yo.
Back inside the cross circle.
Delta, do you know where you are?
Revenant didn't really explain a lot of things. He just told me that you guys were really trustworthy and that I was supposed to do what you guys were supposed to tell me because you guys know what we're supposed to do.
I only agree with part of that. You shouldn't listen to me or anyone else if I tell you to do anything that is dangerous for you.
Oh, it's okay. I have tons of bodies I can go back into.
Be that as it may, but your bodies are not limitless, and there is a certain amount of time and effort to switch from body to body. You have to preserve yourself, because if you are what I think you are the daughter to one of the only friends I've ever had. That makes you special. And Zermos changes from a stag into a bear.
Does the bear still have antlers?
No, he loses the antlers.
Oh.
Okay, fine. Just little ones up on the top. Comedic antlers.
Oh, awesome antlers.
I like the comedic antlers.
Like a jackalope.
Yeah, like little nubs.
Like they shouldn't, but they should be bigger if they're on an animal that size, but they're not. It seems that my friend is gone, and you are his predecessor. That means, and he transforms himself again into the eagle. That means that the skies are not a limit for you. And then he transforms into a viper. Many things will threaten and attempt to murder you. And he transforms into a turtle. These things will not succeed. And then he transforms into Tiefling Zermos. You are now part of us. Do you understand?
And she hugs you. I understand.
And as soon as understand comes out, they're out of the cross circle. Ruin, our friend has returned.
Okay. Hi.
Hi,
Revenant?
I'm Delta.
Hi, Delta. I'm gonna look and gonna grab your shoulders and kind of look like, is it really?
This is Revenant's daughter.
I see it. And I'm gonna give you a big hug.
Or happy.
Now, first of all, you're already too skinny. Take these 6 pine nuts. I want them gone by the end of the day.
She starts like eating them.
And a pine nut can if we were like out in the wilderness, 1 pine nut could feed you for like the day.
Yeah.
Like it's a good berry. Like it could feed you for the entire day. And Zermos is adamant about forcing Delta to eat and bolster strength and energy.
Fumbles raises a hand and stops you, and he takes the pine nuts from you. And deftly, using a mortar and pestle that he pulls out of his coat, he makes a pesto sauce.
I didn't know you had parsley at this time of year. Well done, Fumbles. You never cease to impress.
And from a bag of holding, he pulls out a small kitchen, and he makes a pasta dinner for everyone there.
Oh, yeah. Fumbles is the MVP yet again.
Well played, old friend. And then we all have spaghetti.
We all have spaghetti.
Spaghetti alla chitarra.
We spaghetti it up. Like a couple of spaghetti fiends.
Wait, does that mean there's an Italy in Caldera?
Yes.
Well, there's not.
You know what? There's an Italy in Caldera, and it's just Italy. Like, it's not even fantasy Italy. It's just Italy.
Actual Italy that people can travel to for spices.
Yes. Because a world without pasta is not a world that anyone should be subjected to.
Descendant from Italy once fought a dragon turtle after a fulfilling career as a plumber.
And we're back.
No,
Bringing it all full circle. I'm still the queen of callbacks.
I love our callbacks.
do we call you Delta now? Is that the?
Well, it's a different character than Revenant.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah,
his name
so-
actual Delta?
Her name
Project
is Delta.
Delta?
Project Delta. You could give him a nickname. You could give him a new name. I just gave him the name Delta because I thought it sounded cool and like Aielta.
Mikey, I seriously bought your anger and confusion.
I'm good at what I do.
I thought that was like a moment of, okay, but I need a vignette to draw us out on. Okay?
You want me to?
Give me that.
You need another one?
Give me some creepy music.
Creepy music.
Or just some sad music.
I'll creep you out. You're asking.
All right. Well, give me music for a wake with some Grim Reapers in attendance watching.
No.
Okay.
The lens of the omniscope flips over to just a small section of Little Underdark. A small home for a family of deep gnomes. The entire extended Drachma family is there for the funeral of Coda Drachma. Has just been taken by sickness from his work at Killage's factory. And in a corner, watching over it, are 2 spectral forms, shorter than the other, taller, both with skeletal faces and black cloaks with scythes at their sides. Remember the movement, don't you? Just a simple twist and flick, and you sever the thread that binds their soul to this world. They may move on to whatever afterlife they have earned. Do you think you can do this, Revenant?
Yeah. He doesn't deserve it. Deserves to be trapped in that body forever. But
there is no justice. There is just us. And she gestures to the body.
And Revenant twists and flicks his wrist, and just like a crack.
Spectral form of Coda Drogma rises up. Oh, what's all this then? And he
Hey,
looks
Dave,
around.
you remember
and he
me?
looks, and the other specter goes. Oh, I went and done kicked the bucket, didn't I? Well, what happens to me now?
Move on.
What if I don't know how?
I'll show you.
He says gestures every time.
Really?
How is it pronounced?
Gestures.
I don't like that.